Hi everybody, my name is Liba. Welcome back to my channel English Spoken Stories. Today, I have a very important question for you. Have you ever thought, why do I still think in my native language even after learning English for so long? Maybe you understand English, maybe you can even speak a little, but in your mind, you are still translating everything. And that slows you down. I totally get it. You are not alone. Many learners feel the same way. But here's the good news. Today, I'm going to show you how to train your brain to actually think in English. Step by step, slowly, clearly, in a way that feels natural. Once you do this, your English will feel easier, your speaking will be faster, and you will start sounding more fluent without memorizing long grammar rules. So please stay with me till the end of this video, because every chapter is going to help you move one step closer to that goal. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Understand what? Thinking in English really means. Hi everyone. Let's begin with something very important. What does it really mean to think in English? Now, many learners confuse thinking in English with being fluent, but they are not the same. Thinking in English is actually the first step to becoming fluent. Fluency comes later. First, we have to change how our brain works with the language. So let's break it down. When you hear English or read English, what happens in your head? Do you quickly translate it into your native language first? Do you say the English word, then think of the meaning in your own language? That's okay. That's normal in the beginning. But if you want to speak faster, understand better, and feel more confident, we have to stop doing that all the time. Thinking in English means that your brain starts using English first. For example, let's say you look at a chair. Instead of thinking of the word in your native language and then translating it to English, your brain just says, chair. No translation, just English. That's thinking in English. Now here's the truth. You can train your brain to do this. Yes, you can teach your brain to think in English. This is not something magical. It's not only for super smart people. It's a skill, like riding a bike or learning how to cook. At first, it feels strange and slow, but the more you practice, the faster and more natural it becomes. When you think in English, your speaking also gets faster. You don't have to stop and search for words. You don't have to translate in your head. Your sentences just come out more smoothly. Also, when you stop translating, you make fewer grammar mistakes. That's because you're not trying to copy grammar rules from your own language anymore. You are using real English. So, why is this important? Because translating slows you down. It's like driving a car with the handbrake on. It feels heavy. It takes more effort. But when you start thinking in English, it's like releasing the brake. Now you can drive smoothly. You feel free. You enjoy the language more. You feel more natural. And best of all, you stop being scared of making mistakes. Your brain is not busy with two languages anymore. Just one, English. Some students ask me, Liba, I can't do this. My English is not good enough. But I always tell them, yes, you can. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need a big vocabulary. You just need small, simple thoughts, like, I am tired. I am hungry. What time is it? These are small thoughts, but powerful. If you practice these small sentences in your head every day, you will slowly stop using your native language and start thinking in English. So in this video, I'm going to give you 9 chapters that help you step by step, and each one will train your brain in a new way. But it all starts with this understanding. Thinking in English is something you can learn. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. You have to practice. And over time, your brain will change. I've seen this with many of my students, and I've done it myself when learning another language. So I know it works. All right, that's the first step. Now let's go to the next chapter and talk about how to begin this training, starting with something super simple: the objects around you. Chapter 2. Start small. Name everything around you in English. All right, now that you understand what it means to think in English, let's start training your brain. And the first exercise is very, very simple. We are going to name the things around us in English. So look around you right now. What do you see? Maybe a chair, a table, a phone, a window, a light. Don't say these words in your native language. Just say the English word in your head, or even better, say it out loud if you can. Chair, table, phone, window, light. That's it. You are now starting to think in English. You see, when you translate in your head, your brain is doing double work. First, it sees the object, then it finds the word in your native language, and then it tries to find the English word. That's a lot. But if you skip your native language and go straight to English, your brain learns faster, and English starts to feel more natural. So, how do we practice this? It's easy. Start with things you see every day: your toothbrush, your shoes, your bed, your keys. Every time you touch or see something, name it in English. You can do this silently, or you can say it quietly. You don't need to make full sentences yet, just single words. For example, when you brush your teeth, say toothbrush, toothpaste, mirror, water. When you make breakfast, say eggs, bread, plate, cup, tea. This is simple, but very powerful. You are telling your brain, hey, we're using English now. You're building a direct connection between the object and the English word. No translation in the middle. And if you don't know the word in English, that's okay. Just make a note. You can write it down or take a picture. Later, look up the word in a learner's dictionary or on Google. Then say it again, and again, and again. Repetition is the secret. The more you repeat a word, the faster your brain remembers it. Now let's go one step further. Start making very short phrases. For example, instead of just cup, say, I need a cup. Instead of keys, say, where are my keys? These are simple phrases you can use every day, and the more you say them, the easier they become. You don't have to think too much. Your brain starts to remember them automatically. Here's a little daily routine you can try. When you wake up in the morning, look around your room and name 5 things in English. Just 5. That's your first step. Then when you go to the kitchen, name 5 more. As you move through your day, keep naming the things around you in English. After a few weeks, you will notice something amazing. Your brain will automatically start thinking in English without you even trying. Let me share a quick story. One of my students used this method for just 1 month. Every day, she named things in her house in English. She didn't use full sentences, just words. After 2 weeks, she told me, "Liba, I started dreaming in English." That's how strong your brain becomes when you practice this every day. Remember, it's okay to go slow. You don't need to name everything at once. Start small, just a few words each day. Make it a habit. This is your foundation. And when you have a strong foundation, you can build everything else on top: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. All right. In the next chapter, we will talk about something even more interesting: how to connect pictures and feelings directly to English words without using your native language at all. That's how we really build strong thinking habits. Let's go. Chapter 3. Create mental images in English, not translations. Great job so far. Now that you're starting to name things in English, let's go one step deeper. In this chapter, we'll talk about a very powerful idea: creating mental images in English. So, what does that mean? Let me explain. When we think of a word, our brain doesn't just hear the sound, it also creates a picture. For example, when I say apple, what do you see in your mind? Probably a red or green fruit, right? Maybe you see it on a table. Maybe you imagine holding it in your hand. That's a mental image. Now, here's the important part. We want to connect that image directly to the English word apple, not to the word in your native language. Most beginners do this. They hear apple, then they quickly think of the word in their language, and then they picture the fruit. That's 3 steps. But when you start training your brain to go straight from the word apple to the picture of an apple, your thinking becomes faster. No translation, just English and the image. Let me give you another example. Think of the sentence, "It's raining." Don't translate it into your native language. Just close your eyes and imagine the sound of rain. Imagine the dark clouds. Maybe you see water on the window. That's what we want. You are now thinking in English by connecting a sentence to a feeling or a picture, not to a translation. This helps your brain in 2 big ways. First, it makes English more natural. Second, it helps you remember words longer. Your brain loves pictures. When you see or feel something in your imagination, your brain remembers it better than just a word on paper. So how can you practice this? It's very simple. Pick a word, say the word out loud, then close your eyes and imagine it. Let's try some together. Sun. Now picture a big, bright sun in the sky. Cold. Now imagine you're shivering, wearing a jacket, maybe there's snow. Laugh. Now picture someone laughing out loud. Can you hear it in your head? Bus. Now imagine waiting for the bus. You hear it stop. You see the people. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about full sentences. Just connect the English word directly to the picture or feeling. That's it. You can do this with emotions too. For example, say the word happy. Don't translate it. Just remember a time when you were really happy. Maybe you were with friends. Maybe you got a good grade. Let that memory come into your mind, but use the English word happy with that feeling. This creates a strong emotional connection with the word. That's what makes it stick. This works for actions too. For example, the phrase, go to sleep. Don't translate it. Just imagine yourself lying in bed, turning off the light, closing your eyes. Let your brain create a small movie inside your head using English words. I do this all the time when I learn another language. And it really works, because the more you connect pictures to English, the more your brain starts thinking in English automatically. You don't need to stop and ask, wait, what does that word mean again? Because your brain already feels the word. Now here's a tip. When you watch a video or listen to someone speak English, try to imagine the scenes they are describing. Don't just hear the words, see the pictures in your head. This helps your brain stay in English. It also improves your understanding, and you'll enjoy the language more. So to review, pick a word or phrase, say it out loud, close your eyes, and imagine it. Do this every day with 5 to 10 words. You'll be surprised how fast your brain starts thinking in English, without any translation. All right, you're doing so well. In the next chapter, we're going to talk about something fun and super effective. How to use your inner voice to talk to yourself in English during the day. Let's go. Chapter 4. Use English for your inner voice. Okay, let's keep going. In this chapter, we are going to talk about something we all do. Talking to ourselves. Yes, we all do it. Inside our heads, we ask questions, make decisions, and think about our day. This is called your inner voice. And guess what? You can train that inner voice to speak English. Now, this may sound a little strange at first, but it's actually one of the best ways to start really thinking in English, because your inner voice is always with you. You don't need a teacher, you don't need a classroom, you just need your brain and a little practice. Let's start simple. Imagine it's morning. You wake up and think, ugh, I'm tired. But instead of thinking it in your native language, try saying it in English, silently in your head or even out loud if you want. I'm tired. Then maybe you go to the kitchen. You look around. Ask yourself, what should I eat? Again, no translation, just English. That's it. This is how you train your brain. You can do this throughout your day. Every time you catch yourself thinking something, try to say it in English instead. You don't have to be perfect. Even simple phrases work. For example, where are my keys? I have to go to work. It's cold today. I want tea, not coffee. These are small, everyday thoughts, but they are real. They are your thoughts. And when you say them in English, your brain starts using English naturally. Here's a fun exercise to try tomorrow morning. When you wake up, try to go through your whole morning routine using your inner voice in English. So when you get up, say, I'm getting out of bed. Then, I'm brushing my teeth. I need to wash my face. Time to make breakfast. Just describe what you're doing in simple English. It doesn't have to be fancy. You're just talking to yourself, but in your target language. You can also ask yourself little questions during the day. What time is it? What should I wear? Did I bring my phone? Should I go now or later? Even these short questions help a lot. You are training your brain to use English as your first language for thinking, and that's the goal. Another great activity is head journaling. It's like writing a journal, but inside your mind. At the end of the day, think in English. What did I do today? And then answer, I went to work. I met my friend. We had lunch. I watched a video. You don't need to speak out loud, just think it. You can even do this while lying in bed, right before sleep. It's a great way to review your day in English. Now, some of you might say, but Liba, I don't know how to say everything I want in English. That's okay. You don't need to say everything. If you don't know the exact word, just try your best. Use simple words. Or skip the hard sentence and say something easier. What matters is that you try. Every time you try, your brain gets stronger. And guess what? The more you use your inner voice in English, the faster you will start thinking automatically in English. No more stopping to translate. No more slow sentences. Just fast, real, natural thoughts in your target language. This method is one of my personal favorites. I've used it in my own language learning journey, and it really works. It's free, it's simple, and you can do it anytime, anywhere. So starting today, talk to yourself in English. Use your inner voice to ask questions, describe actions, make small comments. Keep it simple, keep it fun, and make it a daily habit. In the next chapter, we'll add something even more powerful to this habit: listening and repeating. This will help you speak the way native speakers do, using real expressions and real rhythm. Let's go. Chapter 5. React to life in English, even if it's just one word. All right. So far, we've practiced naming things, using mental images, and talking to ourselves in English. But now, let's try something even more fun: reacting to life in English. Yes, just like that small voice in your head that says, ugh, or wow, or oh no. We're going to train that voice to use English instead of your native language. Think about it. Every day, small things happen, right? You drop your phone, you see a cute dog, you spill tea, you get a message from your friend, and every time, your brain reacts. You say something inside your head, or maybe out loud. Maybe you say, oh no, or maybe you use a word from your own language. But now, we want to change that reaction. We want your first response to be in English. Let's try some examples together. You drop something? Say, oops, or oh no. You see something cute? Say, aw. You win a game? Say, yes, or yay. Someone surprises you? Say, really? Or seriously? Something goes wrong? Say, ugh, or come on. These are small words, easy words, but they are very powerful. Why? Because they are automatic. They happen fast. And when you start reacting to the world in English, it shows your brain is starting to think in English. That's exactly what we want. Now, here's the secret. You don't need to learn hundreds of these words right now. Just start with 5 or 6 that you can use every day. Make a little list. Put it on your phone. Put it on your mirror. Every time something happens in your day, try to react using one of those English expressions. Here's a fun challenge you can try. For one day, react only in English, even just one word. If you make a mistake, say, oops. If something feels annoying, say, ugh. If someone tells you good news, say, wow, it's fun, it's easy, and it really helps. You can even practice in front of a mirror. Yes, I'm serious. Make a funny face and say, oh my God, or no way. Practice these expressions with your voice. It helps your brain get used to them. Later, they will come out automatically, just like in your native language. And if you're watching a movie or video in English, pay attention to how native speakers react. Notice the small words they use. Repeat them. Copy their tone. Try saying it exactly like them. That's how you train your brain and your mouth to sound more natural in English. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Liba, these are just little words. Do they really help? And the answer is yes. These little reaction words are part of real conversation. They make your English feel alive. They show emotion. They help you respond quickly. And best of all, they're easy to remember. So starting today, pick a few reaction words in English. Practice using them in your everyday life. Say them when something small happens. Make them part of your habits. And here's a little bonus tip. Record yourself saying these reaction words with feeling. Yay! No way! Really? Listen back. Try to sound natural. The more you do it, the more it becomes your new way of reacting to life. In English. All right. You're doing amazing so far. In the next chapter, we'll look at how to build short English thoughts during your everyday tasks, like cooking, cleaning, or walking outside. This will help your English grow even more. Let's keep going. Chapter 6. Repeat and copy. What native speakers say exactly. All right, you've done so much already. You're naming things in English, reacting in English, even using your inner voice. Now it's time to take another powerful step, copying native speakers. This means when you hear something in English, you repeat it, exactly, word for word, sound for sound, just like the speaker. This technique is sometimes called shadowing, and it's one of the best ways to start thinking and speaking like a native English speaker. And the best part? You can do it by yourself, anywhere, at home, in the kitchen, or on a walk. So how does it work? It's simple. You watch or listen to a native speaker, maybe on YouTube, a podcast, a movie, or even one of my videos. You listen to what they say, and then you say it too, right after them. Same speed, same rhythm, same tone. Let me give you an example. You hear someone say, I'm going to the store. Don't just sit there and think about the grammar. Instead, say it. Out loud. I'm going to the store. Try to match the speaker. Try to sound like them. Copy everything. The pause, the stress, the feeling. Even if you don't understand every word, that's okay. The goal is not to understand 100% right now. The goal is to train your mouth and your brain to move together, using real English phrases. Over time, your understanding will grow naturally. Let me tell you why this works so well. When we copy native speakers, we are learning how real English sounds. We are learning natural rhythm, not robotic speech. You know, when beginners speak English, they often sound slow and not natural. That's because they speak word by word, like a robot. But native speakers connect words together. They use stress, emotion and speed. For example, they don't say, "What are you doing?" They say, "What you doing?" When you shadow them, you start to pick up these small changes. That's how you begin to sound more natural. Now, how can you practice this? Easy. Find a short video or podcast, something you enjoy. Start with just 10 seconds. Listen to the sentence. Pause. Then repeat. Say it out loud, just like the speaker. Do this again and again until your voice matches their voice. Then move to the next sentence. Even 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Here's a little challenge you can try. Choose one short video or audio clip, maybe from your favorite English YouTuber, and shadow it every day for 1 week. Same clip, every day. By the end of the week, your brain will remember the phrases, the sounds, and the feelings, and you'll start using them without thinking. You don't need to speak fast at the beginning. Just try to copy. Focus on how they say the sentence. Are they excited? Are they tired? Are they asking a question? Try to copy the feeling, not just the words. It's okay to make mistakes. This is practice. You're training your brain to think in English sentences, not just individual words. And that's a big step forward. I used this method when I learned Japanese. I didn't understand everything, but I copied the sounds again and again. Later, when I started speaking, the sentences came out naturally, because I had already practiced them many times. So remember, repeating what native speakers say, even if you don't fully understand yet, is a powerful way to train your ear, your mouth, and your brain. You are learning how English really works in real life. Start small. Copy just 1 or 2 phrases today. Use videos that you enjoy, and make this a daily habit. Over time, your speaking will sound more fluent, more natural, and more confident. In the next chapter, we'll learn how to build short, simple English thoughts during your daily tasks, like cooking, cleaning, or walking. This will help you speak more freely even when you're alone. Let's keep moving forward. Chapter 7. Speak English to yourself without pressure. Okay, now let's talk about something very important: speaking without pressure. I know many of you feel nervous when you try to speak English. You worry, what if I make a mistake? Or, what if someone laughs at me? And because of that fear, you stay quiet. You wait. You don't practice. But guess what? There is a way to speak English every day without any fear, no pressure, no judgment, and you don't need a partner. You just need yourself. Yes, speaking to yourself in English is one of the best ways to build fluency. You can do it anywhere, while cooking, walking, taking a shower, or cleaning your room. No one's listening. It's just you. And that's the best time to practice. So what do you say? You can start simple. Just describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making tea. Now I'm cleaning the table. I'm going to take a shower. That's it. It's that easy. You are using English in real time. You are building real fluency. And the best part? There's no pressure. No one's correcting you. You can relax and just speak. You can also talk about your day. Today was busy. I had lunch with my friend. I want to watch a movie tonight. or talk about your plans. Tomorrow I will go to the market. I need to study English in the evening. I should sleep early. You can even talk about how you feel. I'm tired. I'm excited. I feel a little sad today. Just speak what's on your mind, like a conversation with a friend. But the friend is you. Now here's why this is so helpful. When you speak English to yourself, you stop being afraid of making mistakes. You give your brain permission to try. You create a safe space where you can play with the language. This is real practice, and it's powerful. You're also training your brain to think and speak at the same time in English. That's something you can't really do with just reading or listening. But when you talk to yourself, your brain is doing the real work of building sentences, and that's where fluency grows. And here's a little secret. Many fluent speakers, including me, do this all the time. I talk to myself in different languages I'm learning. It's a great way to warm up your speaking and stay connected with the language every day. If you feel shy at first, that's okay. Start by whispering, or speak quietly, or speak only in your mind. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to get comfortable using English in real life, even when you're alone. You can also make it fun. Try using a mirror. Look at yourself and say, "Good morning. How are you today?" Pretend you are practicing for a real conversation, or pretend you're making a YouTube video, just like me. You can also ask and answer questions. What time is it? Do I want coffee or tea? What should I wear? Make it part of your routine, maybe in the morning when you get ready, or at night before you sleep. Just 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. And if you don't know how to say something, that's okay too. Try saying it in a different way, or just skip it and move on. The key is don't stop. Keep going. The more you do it, the more natural it feels. Soon, you'll notice that English words come to you faster. Speaking becomes easier. And the fear, it starts to go away. So, starting today, I want you to try speaking English to yourself. Describe your day. Talk about your plans. Say how you feel, out loud or in your head. But say it in English. Do it every day. You will see real improvement. In the next chapter, we're going to look at how to connect all these ideas into real conversations. You'll learn how to build longer thoughts in English and speak smoothly and confidently. Keep going. You're doing great. If this video helped you, please give it a like and share it with your friends who are also learning English. Leave a comment below and tell me which chapter helped you the most. Was it naming things around you in English? Or maybe practicing your inner voice? I'd love to know. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel English Spoken Stories for more beginner-friendly lessons just like this one. I'll keep bringing you tips, tricks, and tools to help you improve your English and think in it more naturally every day. Keep practicing, stay patient, and I'll see you next time. Bye.